Hey you guys, this is Connie with Connie's Crafty Corner. Today is the day I normally talk about my finished objects, but today's going to be a little bit different kind of a video. I do have some things to share with you at the end, and if you're not interested in any life things, you can just fast forward to the end to where you see me start showing a few things I've done. But I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about what's going on so that if I act not myself or whatever, you understand. Um, you know, you reach a stage in your life sometimes, not everybody, but sometimes people reach a stage where they become the parent and your parent becomes the child. I've sort of reached that point in my life now, which is perfectly fine. I'm the oldest of three, and I knew this day would come. In fact, when we bought this house, we planned on having room for my mom to come and live with us. And as I've mentioned, she's coming for an extended stay, and we've been having a ball. But it's been decided that she's going to stay indefinitely, which is perfectly fine. And she is happy about it, but she does miss home. She's lived in the same place her whole life, and it's over 1,000 miles away, so it's quite an adjustment for her. But she's gonna be fine, and I find it a pleasure to be able to take care of her and for her to be here. But with that, there's a lot of things that go along with it that's very emotional, and it weighs heavy on my heart. I want everybody in my life to be happy. I want everybody to not ever have any drama, but life's just not that way. I told you I was going to get a little bit emotional, and I'm sorry, but you know, you just want the best for everybody involved, and I think this will be the best thing. But with that being said, you know, you've got to learn. I had to learn a hard lesson in life that you've got to understand that everybody don't love the same, and everybody doesn't show love the same. And you have to meet people where they're at, and you have to understand that they love you the best way they can. And I accepted that a long time ago in a lot of the relationships in my life. And not that it shows, but that's brought me a great peace. And kindness is the greatest gift I think you can give somebody. If you just show people kindness and accept them for who they are and love them through it, and love them where they're at, and know that they love you the best way they know how, then you can get through a lot in life. I don't really know what to say. I don't want to say too much because it is personal, and it is things that's going on that, you know, that it's just life things, and we're going to get through it. And my mom is happy. She's very happy. In fact, she and I are going to go out shopping this afternoon, which is one of her favorite things to do. Now, I don't know if y'all know this about me, but if I never had to leave my house, I would be completely fine. And Mama's pushed me to do that a lot these past few days, which has been good for my mental health to get out and do things, because I am totally a hermit. I mentioned earlier I'm an introvert, but I would call myself more of an introvert. I don't know. I love people. I do. I love talking to people, as y'all can tell by the way I run my mouth all the time. But I guess it's social anxiety. I don't know. I just don't love getting out and meeting new people. But once I meet them and, you know, see that the life out there is not scary, I do fine, and I talk my head off. So people really don't know that about me. But anyway, with that being said, everything here's fine. We're doing great. Mama's adjusting well. Jeff and I are adjusting well. You know, we've been empty nesters for a couple of years, and it's an adjustment. It is. It's a big adjustment. But my husband's 100% on board. He's been so supportive. He loves Mom just as I do. But we're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be great. But I wanted to give y'all a heads up in case I act a little different. You know, nobody's life is perfect. Everybody gets thrown wrenches every once in a while, and we're gonna turn this, you know, we got lemons, we're gonna turn into lemonade, and that's a good thing. It's gonna be great. In fact, I think it's gonna be a whole lot better now that she's here. So, but with that being said, now that I've poured out a lot about my life, and actually I felt led to do this because when I talked to the giveaway winner, Smiley Lady, I'm not going to tell her real name because I don't know if she wants that shared, I opened up to her a little bit and it just felt good. And I thought, well, maybe I need to share it with you guys. But let's get on to the yarny stuff. My happy place. I have not gotten hardly anything done. I've kind of lost my mojo. I don't know. Normally I turn to crochet, knitting, and crafting as a way to deal with a lot of stuff, but it's kind of went the opposite this time. I don't know. I feel so conflicted on the projects I'm working on. I've fallen out of love with some things, and then again, I want to make it all. So it's just been really weird, but I'm going to get it back, I promise. But I'll show you the few things I did finish. And it's basically just dishcloths. I call them washcloths all the time, but I use them as dishcloths. I've got this one. It's made out of the Premier Home Cotton. And it's the lemon peel stitch, my favorite stitch for doing dishcloths. And I don't put a border on them. I can't stand doing the borders, trying to find the right place to do the stitches on the side and all that stuff. It's too much work for me, especially for a dishcloth. Now, if I was gifting it, I may do something totally different, but this is just for me. And here's the one I was working on the other day that I showed you guys. I finished it, and I actually got another one out of the same. I hadn't even sewed in my ends. I actually got another one finished. It's a little smaller than this one, I believe, so. And these are all out of Sugar and Cream, except for this one, which is the Premier Home Cotton. I actually finished the kit 2 on the Annie's Moroccan tile. There are dust flying everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's kind of funny, which was a challenge. And I'll be honest with you, I almost thought, no, I'm not doing this. This is too much work. I'm not finding pleasure. And then somebody commented, thank you, whoever did this, that it was looking beautiful. And I thought, sometimes things that you want to complete in life are not easy. And I'm going to get through this, even though it is very challenging for me. I've been losing count on my stitches. I've had to make things work. It looks fine, but I know it's not perfect. And my personality is I want things to come out the exact right count, everything just to be perfect. But I've got to let that go in this project, because if it works out in the end and it looks fine, nobody's going to know it but me. So, but I want to show you things that I purchased this week. I have a problem. Sometimes when I'm a little stressed, I do buy things, and that's not good. It's probably better than drinking or doing drugs, but maybe I need to slow down. But as long as I can afford it, I guess I'll do it. I don't know. But I got some Knitter's Pride, some double pointed needles. I've got some bamboo ones, and they work great, but I did have a pair of these in a larger size, and I find that they grip the yarn fine, even though they are metal. They seem to work really well. I got some of the 2.25 that I'm gonna use to help complete my socks. And then I got a pair of the US 8s, the 5mm, because this is ones I use a lot for doing the Ross hats. And I've been using the bamboo ones, and I thought I'm gonna give these a try. I got them from an Etsy seller who was phenomenal. I literally placed the order the day I placed it. I got a notification it was being shipped, and I received it in just a couple days, which, a lot of times when you're dealing with Etsy, it's not that way, because, they are home business, and they have a life, so. But also I got some of these, the split ring markers. I've always wanted to try these. I thought that'd be cool. Instead of using the little clip kind, that when I forget to put a progress keeper in or a stitch marker, I thought this would be easy. I'm gonna give it a try. I may not like them, but I don't know, we'll see. And also, because one of my goals this year is to knit a sweater. I know, I'm still trying to knit the sock, which has been not a hard project, but it's just something I've just lost love with this week, because I don't know, I don't know. We'll see. I'll pick it back up. I'm determined to finish it. But I bought some of these little bungee cords that you can use when I call them bungee cords. I don't know what I think they call them actually barber. The knitting barber. That's what it is. A lot of times you can use these as, like if you're having to take your needle off the stitches, this will hold your live stitches until you get back to like putting on sleeves and things like that. YouTube influences me a lot. I was watching a YouTuber knitting a sweater, and she used these and mentioned them, so of course I had to go off and buy some. But I got those from her. I think that's all I received from that, with that order. But also I got, oh wait, I can tell you the prices. I got everything laid right here in front of me. The barber cords were $17.50. The knitting needles, the DPNs, were $6.99 for the 2.5s, no, the 5 millimeters, and the 2.5s were $3.29, so they weren't too bad. No, I just lied to you guys. Both the 2.5s were $5.99, and the 5 millimeters were $6.99, and the stitch markers were $3.29. And I didn't pay shipping because I ordered a certain amount. I think everything was $49, so I always love it. I think I actually added the stitch marker so I could get to the free shipping, which I said I wasn't gonna do anymore, but you know, $3, I might as well. But also I received a while back, I know I told y'all I'm not gonna add a whole lot more yarn, but I lied. I obviously just lied because it is something I enjoy, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not adding any more yarn anymore because I just can't do that. But I'm not gonna go crazy like I did last year. Lether Co., which is this, she started a shawl club. I don't know what she's actually calling it, but it's a crochet club where you get shawls, and I think it's every 3 months. And I thought I'm gonna give it a try for just a couple of boxes to see what I think. And I got my first one the other day, and I want to share it with you guys. You get a pattern, and you get a stitch marker, which I'll show you. It's beautiful. And mine's all wonky on here, so I won't be able to show it too well. Let's see. There we go. You see, can you see that? I think it's got a little ball of yarn on it. No, let's see. It's a wave, I think, within a ball. So, because this is water themed. In fact, it's called, I think the pattern's called Water Waves. But here's the 3 skeins of yarn you get. They are so pretty. And you actually get a shawl pin with it too. And this is it. It's a wooden one. Now her husband, with her clubs, you can actually order crochet hooks with her boxes. And I have a few, but I found that I wasn't using them, but they are absolutely works of art. They are like turned wood handles. And I think they use the clover heads in them, but they are amazingly beautiful. But I found that I wasn't using them, and I decided just to quit getting those included with my kits. But this is, all of it's 100% superwash merino, 231 yards, and this is Water Waves #1. It is so pretty. I love tonal colored yarns. I mean, I love the speckles and the stripes, but I think tonals are actually my favorite. Here's the Water Waves 2. And it's got a little bit more variation in color. So pretty. You know, these bright color, these types of tones of colors look so beautiful on my mom, and I'm sure she'd look good in this too. This is Water Waves #3. Now, I've already looked at the pattern. I can't share it with you because it is, you know, exclusive to the club. But let me show you. Here's the box. I think that was actually the inspiration. I'm assuming. I say that and I don't really have a clue. I love the shawl that she made for this club, but I think I want to do something a little different. I want to do something a little bit more stripey, I think. But we'll see. I've got so many things lined up that I want to do. We'll see when I get to this. But I absolutely think this stuff's beautiful. And I'm telling you, I don't know where she gets her bases for her yarn, but it is just amazing. I know I've shelled y'all a lot of hand-dyed yarn lately, but I'll be honest with you, I use mostly acrylic. I think I just use these to decorate my room with. But I am actually using this. This is the Yarn Bee that Hobby Lobby sells. And you know, this does not feel like it's got wool in it, and I have no idea what this is because I lost the label a long time ago, but I'm actually working on a knitted shawl pattern with this. This is, you know, knitting is something I took up about 1.5 years ago, and crochet is my first love, and it always will be. But this project, it's the Linus shawl, and I'll try to remember to link it down below. It's so mindless and so relaxing that it's something that I find that relieves a lot of stress. Just sit there and mindlessly knit. So that's why I started this. I actually started it last night because I just lost my Crojo, I guess is what you'd call it. I've got so many things sitting over. I got a little cart sitting over next to my recliner. You know, Pamela from Pamela's Adoring Crochet, she has what's it called? Whip cart? Something where she shows everybody's whips in their carts on Wednesday. And I would send her a picture of mine, but mine's such a hot mess. I may get brave and do that before too long. But I love her channel. She's the sweetest lady. But anyway, I've got stuff sitting all over there, and I would show it to you, but I'm not that brave. I hope this video hadn't been a downer. I'm really in a good place. I'm really happy. It's just we got pushed through some life changes, and everything's going to be okay in the end. And know that anybody that's going through anything, that change, basically is life changing, because it is. I mean, it's not terribly life-changing as far as detrimental or anything horrible, but it changes your routine, it changes things in your life, it changes the dynamics of your family. But we all can get through this. And anybody out there that's going through anything, and this is so minor compared to so many things people are going through now. I watch Llama Mama Kayla, which I'm sure a bunch of you know, and she's going through such hard times with her parents right now. They both had COVID, and her dad's in the hospital on a ventilator, and I'm not sharing anything she's not telling on her channel. In fact, I'll link her video below. And if any of you guys are praying people, please pray for her father and her whole family. They're really struggling through this. And throw out a little prayer for me and my mom and my husband and my family, my sisters, and everybody that's involved in all this. But everything's gonna be good. I'm good. I'm really good. I don't want anybody to think that things are bad. But then again, you know what just happened? There's some kind of alert going out over the TV right now. Oh my goodness, I need to go see what that is. My mom's watching it. But with that, I'm sorry that I rambled on, and maybe some of you think I overshared a little bit, but I just feel like I just need to explain to you guys, if my mood seems a little different, that, there's just things going on, and we're gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I don't feel convincing right now. For some reason, I'm a little tearful, but it's not bad things. It's going to be good. And I have rambled on enough, and I will be back next week. I'm trying to think of some new things to do for videos. I don't know. I guess I'm not as creative thinking about things, or maybe it's not creativity. I think I'm not as knowledgeable or as confident in my knowledge. I watch some of these YouTubers review yarns and talk about their hooks and talk about patterns, and I sometimes feel like such a novice. I don't really know what I'm talking about, so maybe that's why I don't do as much, but hopefully I'll be okay. And the giveaway winner is such a sweet lady, and I will be getting your package out today, Smiley Lady, 8 Smiley Lady, and I'm excited about that. So you guys have a great weekend. I'll be back next week, and guess what? We're getting snow tomorrow after having 60-degree temperatures all week. So, yuck. But anyway, you guys take care and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.